After weeks and weeks of preparation, reading books and saying goodbye to loved ones, you finally arrived on a missions field. But one question remains. Where do you even start?
We're here to share God's love and hope with other people, but we still need to be growing and drawing ourselves closer to Him. And so we can't do that effectively unless we are filled with His Spirit and daily seeking Him. I haven't ever been as disciplined in my abiding time as I have since we've been here, but I've really seen the benefit of it starting my day off and just really kind of grounding me in the Word and in what God wants for me that day. And I think with so many new things during this program, that having just that time with the Lord has really helped me through the harder seasons of living here. It just helps me stay focused on what God wants me to do and not what I want to do.
When I first came to South Sudan, I often jump into conclusion too early because I often just try to judge or evaluate things based on my past experience, based on my own reasoning, based on my own cultural lenses. But when I get to learn more about their culture and their language, I find that there's so many different reasons why this is happening. So the language we're learning is called Juba Arabic, and we've also been exposed to a few different tribal languages. Because those languages are not formally written language, they're all usually passed down verbally from generation to generation. So the conventional method of learning a new language on papers do not usually work very well in this area. And it requires us to spend a lot of time in the community, just chatting and doing life together with the local people. And we also have a language helper who can meet with us once or twice a week and to help us expand our vocabulary and also help us correct our pronunciation.
Not only when you come to missions are you going into another culture, you're also more than likely to end up working alongside people from many cultures. So for example, in this inbound team we have 6 different cultures. In my TMO team we had 7 different cultures. And you need to be able to not only know how to communicate effectively, but how to resolve conflict effectively, how to take time to listen well, a willingness to laugh at ourselves, a willingness to be vulnerable, a willingness to take risks and put ourselves out there. So it's really important when we first arrive that we take time to understand where someone's coming from, to listen to them carefully, to learn how to resolve conflict, and to appreciate the differences rather than just bump up against the differences.
Church partnership is working alongside the local church, coming alongside the local church, being there, being present. You don't have to start something new. You just have to hedge onto what is already there instead of reinventing the wheel. So that kind of partnership is saying, I have a certain skill set, may I? Then there's also the aspect of, so what happens when the person leaves? When you leave, how are you going to hand over the baton?
In Inbound, each one of us is part of a different local church, building relationships with local believers, encouraging them and strengthening them, and I feel like even more so learning from local believers. There's so many things that I have learned from my brothers and sisters here in South Sudan. But I see one thing that is still growing in the local church is their heart for missions. And so towards the end of our program, once we've built those relationships, we're actually able to encourage and speak into that and have missional conversations with our fellow believers.